Yo, what is up, boys and girls, dudes and dudettes? This is Due Diligence here, and today in a mid-market analysis report, we're gonna take a look at AMC again. And at first, why did I pull up, the AMC's SEC filing, right? All right, let me take my pen out and talk about this. So if you click on every individual security sales and purchase record, none of them are actually, acquiring. No, they're not. They're literally selling. They're selling their options as employees of AMC, okay? As employees of AMC. Which, in regular terms, in hedge fund terms or in business terms, usually that means the overall, how do you speak over? There you go. The overall sentiment of AMC inside of the company itself is that it's overvalued. So let's take a look at what are the individual price points that they sell at. I actually already did most of the research beforehand, so I'm just going to show you guys or really tell you guys on how much they sell. The average they sold over this period of time, which is from June 4th to June 9th, they already don't have like the best price, because if they sell it today, you can literally sell it at $61, right? Because we were trying to push that support point at 60, we're successful, but then we later rebound back. We're going to talk about that in a minute. And this guy probably have the best offering, or maybe one of those guys. One of those guys got $52 and sold about 19,000 shares. That's pretty much a lot of money, right? Yeah, some of us cannot even earn that much in a year. But yeah, for them, when you're working inside of a company like AMC, a big cap, a blue chip, I don't really think it's considered blue chip, and an employee have stock options, and you can exercise the options when it's vested. We can make a video about how vesting works. And right now, I'm just gonna say they have those options. They can actually acquire it. Means they have to pay up cash in front. Right? They have to pay cash in front to own those shares, and then before their option expires, or they can sell it to someone, right? So in this case, they sold it to someone. So then, it could be a hedge fund, it could be anyone, it could be selling back to the open market, those kind of stuff. And usually that indicated a negative sentiment in terms of stock price. And let's shift gear a little bit, because I'm just trying to be subjective and most likely a little bit like I can try to be objective here, okay, guys? And you can see my pretty face over here, because the dudes on the channel are like, yo, you should show your face, because gotta show your pretty face, bro. I was like, okay, I'll show my face. So then hopefully there are going to be more people watching, because I want to give out the content to more people so you guys are informed of what is going on with the market. And if you just look at today, right, if we look at the AMC today, we have basically this week's all-time high, or let's just say we're trying to push the $60 mark, which is a lot of options are resting at $50 and $60. That's the strike. So if you look at this graph, I would just do some technical analysis here. So today we open at here, and it dropped down a little bit, and you can see a real-time like a volume contraction. And then in the beginning of the market, you can actually see a volume expansion, and then as people start dumping, you see a volume little contraction, and at the bottom over here, people start buying, you see a volume on upward momentum again. And when I saw that the volume have a major breakthrough at this point, I bought a small position here, and I sold it over here, because in my mind I was like, are we actually going to push for 61? Maybe we're going to push for 61, maybe not. So I sold it here. And then when the price dropped down to about 60.2, I was like, let's observe it. And then eventually it breaks through this support line again. So I established a small position over here, but I didn't catch the majority of the price movement over here. Because I was thinking, there's no way the hedge fund's gonna let us win this early in a week. It's only Tuesday. And so what they would do is they would probably do something to entice a sell-off. So then what I do is I bought like, a small position over here, and then I established a little small position over here, and I sold it like a middle ground over here. I made some money for some, dim sum for last week, and probably can cover dim sum for this week. And then I left like, a very small portion of my shares still there. Probably the average price is still around the 40-ish, 49-ish, which I know it's pretty safe at this point. And you can see the contraction going down with we have a lot of inflation fear, and we have a lot of media coverage about the Fed is talking about tapering, and information about the 2023 interest rate hike, right? So then people are selling off, and for the majority of the part, the Dow Jones actually went down, so then it's normal. I'm anticipating a increase in the general market tomorrow, the Dow Jones index or every other index, because I don't think tomorrow's information in the Fed minutes is going to be that bad, and I think people are overplaying it. And when people are overplaying, you should probably buy. So I bought some BB, I bought some AMC today, and we established a new support line around 56.8, right? And right now we're just stabilizing at $59. So for those of you who buy the dip, you are just as smart as I am. Alright, I'm just kidding. And again, guys, we're not financial advisors. We do not give financial advices. However, invest your money at your own risk and as your own caution, because you should only invest in the market the amount of money that you're willing to lose. So for those of you who want to see a more long-term outlook instead of a short-term outlook, look at my support line. Isn't this on point? Like we just draw the support line, and if it doesn't drop, if it doesn't drop down here, then we can see a major upside tomorrow. I mean, again, we still have about an hour, more than an hour, like 35 minutes or an hour 45 minutes until market close. So we might still see either a small contraction or maybe an upward movement. I think at the end, people's gonna buy in aftermarket, but I think hedge funds are already get used to our price battle going on, like aftermarket every single day, because aftermarket every single day on our retail is just like pumping up the stock price. But what they can do is before market open, they can do some sneaky stuff, and then to drive down the opening price. Actually, the opening price is actually lower than our average, lower than the average that we had for aftermarket prices. But anyways, this is it for AMC today. I'm gonna post something about Clove. I made a quick profit on Clove today too, but generally I still haven't recovered from the loss I had last week because I bought a bunch of options, and I'm gonna make a video about why you guys shouldn't make the mistake that I made when buying options. Because in options, there are a lot of time horizon issues that you have to be mindful of, and if you cannot control or predict certain price movement or volume contraction or expansion correctly in a period of time, essentially if you buy the option is expired, worthless. So you guys have to keep in mind of that. But hey, I think this is it for the AMC update today, and see you guys on the upside.